Definitely looking forward to this. Match number 2 of the best of 3 underway. Again, Daunova Brigada leading the series at 1-0. Immediately, Glacius dropping down position. He wants to get into this enemy jungle and take a look at things.
Yeah, he's gonna get an early ward up here. I think they're gonna that tells me they're gonna try lane. They block the pull can't here, so it's gonna be Trilane versus Trilane top, Kraken versus Merax's bottom. Kraken this time in the long lane, and then you have Bramble mid versus Monkey King.
So another dream setup for Kraken. Was Gajenko on the Lodestone last game?
Yes, it was.
So this is a rematch. I will say that Meraxis is probably a little bit better in the lane, especially with the hatchet and the axes. Even if he can't go toe to toe, he can last hit from a bit of a distance and not get punished by that splash so much. So maybe he'll do a little better.
They're swapping lanes. They're swapping lanes. They saw this Shadowblade walk on the ward on the pull camp, and they're gonna put the Trilane bottom to ensure a free farm on Parallax. Oh wait, Monk King ran bottom now, so they're gonna do 2-2-1. It's gonna be solo mid. Oh, they're gonna Trilane again. It's just Parallax is gonna be mid now, and then Monkey King is gonna be in the Trilane. Okay. So they can ensure free farm on Monkey King, and Parallax is gonna get some farm middle. Ooh. It's gonna, and actually NG is also mid, so now they're gonna do 2-2-1 on Hellbomb side. A lot of changes here in the laning.
Yeah, musical lanes, and we might even see an adjustment by the Hellborn once this pans out, because I think they were happy with Kraken's impact on the game, and now he is basically, he's going to be much more starved.
Yeah,
let's see what kind of stuff.
He's gonna get caught
mid
here.
lane, already punishing the crap out of Parallax. A nice keg puts him in position to get blasted by that Spore Breath. Let's see, I'd much rather be Meraxis against this dual lane than Kraken against this tri lane, though. He's pretty safe if he puts 1 point into the Arcane Shield.
Yeah, I think Meraxis is going to do good top. They're going to rotate rally mid to try to help this Parallax a bit. They don't have the best kill lane, as it's hard for Bramble to set up a Spore Breath on anyone, and then
Kraken getting blocked down here. Tsunami charge, but he takes the Monkey King with him. That might be his demise. One more auto attack will give the Bloodlust kill to Anal Hunter on Monkey King.
Yeah, Umar gets first spot here. It's going to ensure him not only free farm, but even a better start here.
See, Merax is even able to come over here to this little small camp. Just chuck those axes from a safe distance. Gets a... Oh, Andromeda got that one, but... You see the idea. He's got a little bit more potential. There's Kraken hiding in the trees. Has he gotten a single creeps experience yet? Yes, he has, but not so much.
Kraken is way weaker here. Yeah, it's so hard for him to stay in lane. It's very easy for Legion side to just collapse on him, find him, and kill him.
Glacius knows where he is in a rotation. Hasted Rally comes in. Will they punish the Kraken again? They're going to have to time it perfectly and stun him as he Tsunami charges if they want to finish him. And it looks like they do. Rally does not even use the Compel one time. He might want to head back to mid as Parallax again getting harassed by Engineer. Lots of damage with a little bit of support from Bramble. That would have been a kill. Does have the Fulcrum shift, but...
Thing is, Bramble can only run at him, and then he needs to be melee range for Spore Breath, so this dual lane has a really hard kill, or hard time of killing anyone. Bramble has a really hard time of following.
Yeah, but Engie definitely making these hits count. Well, as I say that, big whiff on the steam turret. But there comes the keg rally. Gonna try to line up the two-man Compel. No, he just books it. Smart play because Andromeda was there. Punish any overextension. At the time, I mean, Meraxis is doing far better than the Kraken here.
Yeah, Meraxis
actually, yeah, highest level in the game right now. Here's Suicide Moraxis. And now he's getting a little bit of farm. Let's see if these lanes settle this way. I think he'll be much happier, but we'll see what happens to the Kraken. It looks like they're going to lock it down here. Doesn't get the Arcane Shield off. He knows that Faint Siphon's coming. Let's see if he preemptively uses it.
Nice.
Nope.
Great play by Hellborn. Stunning with the Shadowblade E. Soulside stuns now for the first attack on a hero. They stun some with Shadowblade E, and then Andromeda stuns him from Fog, so he can't get the Arcane Shield off.
Beautiful. Sitting pretty right now. 2 to 1. A little bit of a back and forth, but the Monkey King is definitely excelling in the farm at this point. Still very early, of course, but... And he's Golden Apple. Interesting item. Monkey King diving down here. Nice lockdown on the Kraken. The Tsunami Charge does not get him into safety. The second dash comes out. Rosario will fall.
Oh, he's stuck. Fish is tanking tower. Nice.
I mean, this hatchet cuts trees, my dude. Glacius almost dies to keep him alive.
Mid lane.
Mid lane action. It's right. Out of mana is the engineer, but he's got that battery. He's baiting here. He might turn this. Kegs himself. Gets the mine off. Rallies low. Has the compel to save himself. Can Testy get anything off? No, you're absolutely right. Wait. Did Glacius die to neutral?
Yeah, that's a really common way to get a full reset on your hero these days. If you just buy out and you then suicide to neutrals, then you don't lose any gold, and you'll respawn in like 5 seconds, and then you can TP back.
Clever use of game mechanics.
Good. Yeah, it's actually very good.
2-2, Meraxis up the top lane, showing his power, but Shadowblade activates that ranged form, gets the stun off, pouring in a good amount of damage. This is a pretty intense fight up here. But mid lane, looks like they're diving the tower. A little bit of Parallax, nice double stun, compel by Rally, but is there any kind of follow-up here? Those illusions a little bit disorienting.
I think he could have probably turned that on to Rally if they stunned on Engie, but maybe he didn't have stun up just yet.
That 6-minute rune, a little bit contestant here. Rally wants to fill his bottle. Engineer wants to fill his bottle. Rally ends up picking it up. Compel was used to get that, though, so... Ooh, doesn't connect on the stun, and the turret facing the wrong way.
So close.
A little bit of a missed opportunity. A nice escape by Rally. I think he got a little lucky there. Stun on the Meraxis up top. Andromeda tried getting room for that Comet stun. But again, a long-range common stun isn't really going to work. I haven't seen Gajenko land a Arcane Shield yet, but I don't know if he gets slash ping all here. 190 MS. No excuse.
He did it multiple times when we weren't rushing top lane. It's extremely easy.
Yeah. I noticed, though, Kaden was making sure to run up as close as he could, so not a lot of travel time on that Comet stun when you're point blank, so good on him making it difficult.
Good play here from both sides.
Who will hit level 6 first? Meraxis hit 6 at top. Glacius rotating in. He probably want to make use of that Matrax ability. I know Andromeda would melt instantly. But at this mid lane, oh, Compel onto Engineer. Engineer taking heavy damage. Pops a tense charge battery. They don't have a lot of damage between them until, you know, Bramble's right click seemed to be hurting a little bit, but...
He has his proc on E, which is, does hit quite hard, but for Hellborn side, they just need to hit 6 on Bramble, and that hero would instantly die. It's going to be blocked, it's going to be restrained for 2.5 seconds. You can't compel him, and they need to get some kills on this Parallax, try to shut him down. Even though they are kind of feed bomb. He's 330 DPM on Bramble and only 200 on the Parallax, but Parallax doesn't do well in lane, but it's going to recover really well. So try to get 6 on Bramble as soon as possible, and then get this kill on Parallax. It's important.
Yeah, I was going to say, they gave him some space, but right now they're in lines to hit level 6 pretty close to each other. So let's see. Shadowblade's still doing fairly well, given that he's been 1 versus 2, and he's kind of holding his own. Monkey King, they've just conceded that bottom lane to him completely, letting him have all the farm he wants. Big rotations up in the top lane. Comet stun onto Meraxis. and the Aurora. A lot of damage going in. Are they going to let Glacius? They turn and try to get Glacius, realizing that Meraxis a couple of outs. Fulcrum shift on top of that ultimate.
No, the TP. I think the TP let him get away. Yes, boots on Kraken though. They can run him down. He's gonna see him
Charge.
No.
Come on.
Oh my God! Rosario was on top of him, then walked out because he got blocked, and then charged
Hit the
tree.
tree. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, that's a tricky spot to land it. It's
yeah.
Most unfortunate. Parallax gets away with a nice Glacius. Finally, he gets those Striders. He's already been all over the map. Now it's just going to be that much worse. He's got the 2-1-2 build, which is nice. We'll see if he even grabs his ultimate at 6.
I would expect him to Glacius ultimate pressure on.
One of the classics.
Yeah.
The hero's been in the meta since day 1. And will be on day 0.
See this mid lane now. Parallax sees that Bramble gets 6 and immediately rotates out of mid. He's just gonna die.
Yeah.
If he ever shows. And Hellborn could definitely just kill this rally, but they don't want to commit this wine wall on rally to kill him. They kind of want to get something more important out of it.
Something better for sure. Yeah. Very interesting. So taking a look at the overall.
Monkey's rotating mid though.
Are
they gonna die this target? They're gonna be almost.
Oh, punishment onto Bramble.
He can't get
That's great. Oh no! NG drops the ultimate.
Barely got out. NG's gonna die here. There's 5 people from Legion side.
This is not how they wanted to use their first set of ultimates.
Big collapse from Legion side, being 5 heroes here at the mid lane at 10-minute mark. Yeah, everybody's still doing well. Almost 400 GPM, working on this top tower, gonna equalize some of this gold lead.
Yeah, this league has gotten out of hand very quickly, which is gonna spell bad news for the Hellborn team. They do have, they're gonna be a lot harder to kill later on. But I mean, right now, if I'm in position like Meraxis, where I'm halfway to my Blink Dagger, Portal Key.
Oh no, he misses the wall. Is he gonna die to Parallax too? I don't think he is, but unfortunately,
oh yes, he is, and so is Engineer. Rally coming in for that extra support. They're really forcing these things here. Legion with these rotations made it hard for them to find a target. They hit those level 6s when they needed to, but like you said, they didn't give them any good opportunities.
I was about to say they should just go for whatever they can get. Like any kill is a good kill right now, and then they try for Glacius, and unfortunately he gets on the other side of the wall, not blocking him off, and then Parallax comes in and cleans up. And even after they got the last fight, they took all of Hellborn's stacks, so the jungle's not stacked for Hellborn anymore, and Monkey King just got that much more farm. So Legion's really trying to strengthen their advantage right now, diving mid tower again. They do not care at all right now.
Look at Monkey King. He's deep in the enemy territory. That NG ulti has a very short cooldown as he gets it up. That's his last mana ability. He's gonna have to Ghost March his way out of here.
Ain't nobody killing that tower but me.
The Compel's gonna save him. It's so unfortunate for this Hellborn side that these kills never just transpire. It's so close every time, and great play by Legion, just getting out ahead there with 80 HP or what Monkey King had. It was very close.
Sometimes it'd be like that. It happens, and then you look at the items and you're like, wow, man, that minor totem that he bought, first item, really just changed the entire pace of the game. Like when you see people walking away and it keeps happening and the gap gets bigger and bigger. Like, I am very scared for the bottom lane.
Rally, it's not even gonna die again. 5 HP on Rally to the tower. Really.
Just a game of inches right now, and obviously you can turn around, but it feels bad. You're down 1 game. This is not how you wanted to start out this match at all.
No, 10-2 lead here, 7k goal lead 13 minutes into the game. They do have the later stages, but they have a really strong dual core of Monkey King and Parallax being able to farm up and be 2 carries versus the Shadow Blade. We'll see how the game transpires here. They're gonna collapse on Shadowblade here. They have Andrew on top.
Ooh, but they do shut down Parallax, who's trying to basically be the initiator and follow it up. He gets dropped.
Parallax doesn't die here.
Oh my god, he doesn't die. Again, what we were just talking about, this getting away with 1 HP, and he's gonna be able to use his full kit mana and just burn that Hellborn team down.
Yeah, they were kind of split, getting killed by the Monkey King, and Parallax were getting caught on the other side, but they couldn't quite finish him, and then hat-trick for Monkey King here. Great start for Umar on Monkey King. It's definitely a very rough spot now. 9k goal lead.
Yep, this is one of those things where they're going to have to figure out something to regain their composure, get one lucky team fight, group up and hope that Legion team gets cocky and makes a couple misplays, because at this point, if they just play this right, it's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Monkey King's just farming in the jungle. They're pushing us forward, getting these towers. So maybe they could put 5 players from Hellborn top lane and try to take a fight where Monkey King can't participate 4 versus 5, but they're gonna get this tower and just gonna go back.
That blink PK maybe coming out on Meraxis, and then, I mean, free reign anybody he wants to kill at that point.
Yeah, it's gonna be so rough playing into this Meraxis blink. Hellborn's gonna have no way of initiating. Bramble's stun is melee range. Kraken is nowhere close to blink. End of stone is short. They're gonna have a very hard time taking good engagements for sure.
They all have under 1,000 HP at this point too. He's just gonna melt if they get caught together. Legion team taking that aggressive stance in the Hellborn jungle. Parallax looking to line up onto Bramble here. He does have the support of Kraken behind him. They'll start with Rally and that Bramble wall. Make sure he can't get the Compel off. Are they going to be able to burst him before he gets any spells off? No. Closes the cap and gets turned around. Hellborn is not feeling it at this point. Nice NG ultimate into the Kraken. A little bit off position, not holding him in the gates, but it's not exactly enough. And Hellborn throws in the towel already. GG called.
Yeah, and unfortunate that game 2 was such a stomp after like a really good performance game 1.
I don't believe it, but these nuts gets taken out. They are out of the cycle 1. Daunova Brigada will move on. But again, this format